Major breakthrough about 30 minutes ago. We've been testing, going through some parts. We think we've got something here now. This is a next generation S locomotive running on a Wi-Fi off my laptop, wireless, no connection. And this is the very first screen that we have. It's very simple. Backwards, forwards, headlight off and on, stops. Okay, more to come. Test one. This is alpha. Okay. Yes. Have you ever seen an American Flyer engine run that slow? It's got some power. I mean, I can stop it, but it's pushing, okay? Now, that's the control board, and it comes from radio-controlled cars. It's very small. They make them small for the weight, but it's extremely powerful. It's getting upwards of 20 volts coming in, and it's paring that down for us. This is the microcontroller. This is a controller. It's not a computer. It just runs code as it's listed, and that's all it does. But it does it in a very smart way, and it can do both digital and analog signals and text. So we get quite a bit out of it. This is the... It's a little warm, but it's not hot. This is the rectifier. This is AC track power coming in right off of that. Look, it's wired to the accessory, so it's getting full power. The thing's off, right? It's getting full power like it's an accessory. And an engine's running like that. Okay, now, up here there's a headlight on. This is my touch screen. So I put the headlight on, and it's green, so we can see it. Headlight off, headlight on, headlight off, headlight on. Okay? Now it's running. I think I can use my arrow keys to go a little faster. So I'm going to see if it'll do that. I'll show you what happens, and then we'll come back. Yes. There's 50. That's 50. There's 40. Back to 30. 10 power increments. 30, 40, 50, just by hitting the arrow button. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. The scale is not right. This is not our scale. It's a scale, okay? We can change these numbers, and we'll make it exactly as close as we can to the Flyer stuff you're used to, okay? 140, 150, 160, 80, 90, 100, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. Now, I don't know how fast we're going compared to anything, but I could read the voltage. I don't have free hands, but later I will. And that's it. It's not changing increments past there. About 350, about 250, 260. You can hear it. 260, 250, there, 250. I think 250 is about where it's at. So let's say this is probably 120 on the speedo of the controller, which would be flat out. I'm using that. So if 120 is that, then 125 would be half speed. There's 120. That would be half speed. 60 would be quarter speed. There's 60, quarter speed. That's about right. Puff, 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 puff. But now, 30. Chuff, 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 chuff. You could get 4 chuffs and puffs and see it and hear it. Chuff, 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 chuff. So it goes faster and faster. And this little device here holds our gear and everything else. So this can be the chuff control. But notice the transformer is just is not doing this. I'm doing this with an arrow button on my laptop, which is not connected to this with any wires at all. There's a little antenna at the top, and I'm going through my network here, wireless, and we're finding each other in the Wi-Fi. This is called NGS Loco, Next Generation S Loco, and Andy found it, and we can use it. Very nice gentleman that built a train system for his kids, and he published all of this, and it is really, really strong, meaning it's simple and it's reliable and it's open in that we can add lights and sounds. We can do whatever we want, whatever we have access to or want to do. This board is the mini. There is another board that's a little bigger, and it has more inputs and outputs, some analogs and digitals, so that we can come up with better, different ideas, bigger engines. Oh, and this motor controller right now is running the headlight, which I can touch off. There it is. Headlights on, headlights off. Okay. But that could be a second motor. Ah! Diesels. Why not? And do you recognize that motor? Do you know what that is? Do you know that that is an American Flyer armature and brushes? Vintage, I mean 1950, could be 48, could be 38 if it was O gauge. I can do this to a Lionel, excuse me, American Flyer pre-war O gauge. Tim. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. From South America, Andy, to me here in Virginia, Frankentrain Labs. We have Wi-Fi wireless control off a Flyer transformer with two small PC boards and one little tiny chip. It's a volt regulator. Gives me 5 volts to run the little computer. Amazing. Amazing. I am so freaked out. So excited, freaked out. We've talked about this for 2 or 3 years, and we had some stuff early on, but frankly, it was a huge PC board. This is it. It was this board. It had so much I/O. It was absolutely beautiful, very strong, extremely complicated, had pages and pages of code, and it was just overwhelming. It was just too much. The guy that built it knew how to make it work, and a few others, but we could not absorb it. And we tried some other stuff. And as you know, we tried to cram all we could into the original motor controller board with, capacitors and diodes and just going crazy. But now look. Let me, oh heck. I don't have anything. I do. Here's something. Okay. There's a typical chassis. This is the real estate we had for the motor controller, and it goes up about that high, right? That volume. 1, 2, 3 parts. Orgono. Oh, and the rectifier. Okay. That's it. This guy on top. These guys side by side. This guy in the middle somewhere. We can probably design a PC board to fit all that on, and then this guy can come along on top even, or maybe on the same board. I don't know. But it's not huge. And it's not, I mean, it's not free, but it's not $350 either. I'm just holding the button down and see what it does. I know, I'm gonna break it. Can't get over this. 30. Now, it may not pull anything with that. I don't know, okay? We don't have cruise control yet, but there's a lot of extra holes in here for various things like speed control, so, you know, a lot of room to grow. But I am so excited. Now, this doesn't mean next week I'm shipping engines or nothing, okay? But by golly, this is something we have been chasing for well over 2 years, and we've worked through quite a few systems, boxes of parts that we've tried, and PC boards that we've built, and just it wasn't really what I would consider reliable and good enough for what I thought we wanted as a next generation. You know, I would pretend I would stand in front of A.C. Gilbert at a design review and I would pitch this to him. Could I do that? No. I mean, I've done it in the past because I had products and projects that I believed in and I built, but I didn't have one yet that I could do that because I didn't have the confidence. Now I think I do. This is extremely simple and extremely flexible, and we are at the tip of the iceberg. Holy moly. Chuff, 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 chuff. Smoke coming out, chuff sounds, a button for a steam whistle, lights all over the place, running lights, backup lights, cab lights, headlight, backup light, rear warning light. Oh, yes. We are going to have fun now. Andy and I he sends it to me and I run it, doesn't work. We go back and forth. And he finds something, then he finds something, and I do it. I find something. I ask questions. He were back. Finally, this morning, I was out getting groceries with Margaret, and he sent me a message. Okay, I think I've got it now. Tell me what you think. And I said, I'm not even home. I couldn't wait to get home. And I had to put it all in, and it didn't work. I said, I got the headlight, but over the motor's not working. What's wrong with the motor? I don't know. It says, try a different motor board. So I got a new motor board, put that in. Still doesn't work. Oh, no, what else? Well, it must be the microcontroller. That's brand new. Well, get another one. Okay. I had another one, got it out, programmed it, took off. So something was wrong with my controller, either in the wiring or the soldering or I don't know what. But I'll go over it with a pine tooth comb or whatever you'd go over it with. My magnifying glass. And I'll see if I can recover it. If not, it's okay. I've got more, and I've ordered more. So my goal is to have 5 of these built, and 3 of them I will somehow sell at research type prices. But I have to have something. But I also want the feedback and testing. So if anybody's interested in helping test these, my other goal is to build one with 2 motors in a chassis. I know, this is long. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think. It's in here somewhere. There it is, right in the box. Right in the box. This is our Alpha chassis. Very first one ever printed. That's terrible. It looks like hell. but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a chassis, put 2 motors on it, like 10-wheel drivers. It's just crazy. But now we have the controller. Oh boy. Look at that. I got up, walked away, came back, it's still running. That's a good sign. All right, gang. I'll finish this up. Didn't mean to talk so much, but I'm so happy. Oh, God, am I happy. Just it's a thrash, okay? It shouldn't have been, but it was. You know, that's all part of the journey, right? I mean, I've been an engineer for 50 years or more. Let's see, 75? Yeah, over 50 years. I was in the Army Corps of Engineers at 21, so there. Uh-oh, here comes the boss. Cheese it. Better go. Later, gang. Hallelujah.